ang atong tuwa, ang atong ginagawa, kita sa sila. Iyakan po natin ang mga sa pagkira, hindi nakita na nakita natin. Ang atong palaban, nakita na sa sila, nalalulat sa langit sa iyo. Pilitan na ito, malagin sa tao, matulog ang inyong kita na ito. Ang malalaban sa isaikinig ng lupa ang pinatulog. Diba? Ang atong ginabang ang pinakasakit. Ang Diyos magbantay mo mo, ang Diyos ang nasa integral at kanalang ito. Ang atong hindi lalo ko nito ay iluman ang pagkakas sa Diyos. Diba? Ang Diyos ang nalagay sa lahat sa mga hindi niya ang ilang pinagigit. Ang Diyos magbantay mo sa integral at sa iyong sulod. Tingnan tayo ang Diyos ng Tuhan. Diba? Hindi kami ito ang bagay at sa kaliwasan. Nanaluyo kami ito rin. Ang tayo kami nakapit ko na ito ang kinabi. Ilabi na ang mga sinasakay at ang tayo ng mga sinasakay. Ito kadungis sa landong sa iyong ito. Sila ang lumakit ng mga sinasakay. At sila ang nagdung nato sa iyong dunan na walang pagdito. Tapi yang driver yang matapos sila. Huwag ang kagalingon ng matubag na pakita sa mga tao kinaaman. Gibuhat ninyo ang tao inang ipanmalak niya ang ibang-ibutan. Talusang malagat sa kanino lamang na iyang matubag. Pagmanod siya sa kanang mga iyan. Ibukbo ang iyong paglangin, iyan ang equipment. Inuwag at tumagasalaman ng kanino ang mga iinit na subay sa iyong baraan ng pagtutulog. Makalawad ito at pinagis ang pagsintip sa baraan niya naman. Sa kapasitor, sa lawas, o panilip at sa kanyang katalawan. Kini among ipangayo natin, Kristo ang Diyos. Kitang-tanan amang natin. Manalangin kanino. Manalangin kanino Diyos sa mga programa sa mga Amahan, Anak, at Espiritu Santo. Amen.
The atmosphere of this area. We acknowledge your Lordship over all that will be spoken, thought, decided, and accomplished within this wall. Lord God, we thank you for the gifts you have given to each one of us. We do not take them lightly, but commit in using them responsibly and well. Give us fresh supply of truth and beauty to which we draw our strength.
We just have witnessed the blessing of our new equipments and vehicles of Tarsier 117, as well as later on we will be launching our CRV or Community Responders Volunteer. Now without further ado, for his welcome remarks and overview of Tarsier 117 and the accomplishments of PDRMO and future innovations of disaster risk reduction and management, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Officer, Dr. Anthony R. Damalario. A big round of applause, please.
Thank you, Sir Darwin. Our Council Chairman of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, Governor Edgar M. Chato, our Provincial Director, newly appointed Provincial Director of the Bohol Provincial Police Office, Police Senior Superintendent Julius Cesar Gornes, Sir, our friends and visitors from the Taiwan Chamber of Commerce and Industry in the Philippines, can you please all stand to be recognized, led by Mr. David Wang. Our partners coming from the different national agencies forming part of the PDRRMC. Our members of the Management Executive Board led by our Provincial Administrator, our Action Officer of Tarsier 117. We will do the singing later. Provincial Administrator Alfonso R. Damalario II. Our City Government of Tagbilaran, represented by Vice Mayor Toto Veloso. Our Chief of Staff of the Office of the Governor, Ma'am Liza Quirog, and the rest of our visitors, friends, witness to our blessing and turnover of newly acquired disaster equipment. To all of us, our friends from the local media, good afternoon. As we welcome you all to our activity this afternoon, allow me also to give you a short briefing of DRRM activities with regards to foreign partnerships. But before that, allow me first to give a short backgrounder of Tarsier 17. The first picture you will see is led by no less than Governor Edgar M. Chato presiding our PDRMC Council meeting. The RA 10121 calls for one PDRMC meeting every quarter. But for last year, 2018, we managed to conduct 6 PDRMC meetings. We surpassed the 4 required PDRMC Council meeting. Next slide, please. Okay, next. So we have Tarsier 17 substation in Ubay, catering to 5 towns. the towns of Ubay, Pitugo, Benonido, Talibon, and Trinidad. And as you can see, the graphs presented, there is an increasing trend of responses and dispatches from this substation. Next slide, please. Okay, next slide. There is a comparison of the graph from 2017 and 2018. And as you can see, from the time it started to operate, there is an increased number of dispatches and responses. Next. These are some of actual footages of responses from Tarsier 117 substation. For Hagna, this caters to the town of Valencia, Garcia, Hagna, Duero, and Guindulman. This was opened during the birthday of Governor Chato last February 21, 2017. And again, the numbers presented to you will show that there is again an increased number of responses and dispatches. Again, in close partnerships with the different MDRMOs coming from the different 5 towns as catchment area for Tarsier Hagna. Next. Again, actual footages. For Carmen, this also caters to 5 towns: Carmen, Bilar, Batuan, Daguhoy, and Sierra-Bulyones. And these are actual footages of responses of the substation. Next. For Tagbilaran, again, which is our main headquarters, we just transferred here last November 4. And again, there is an increased number of dispatches in partnership with the city government's 411 Baba Quick Response Team. We cater to a lot of vehicular accidents, shooting incidents, and motor crashes. For partnerships, Mr. Stefan Bauer from Berlin, Germany came to our office and donated emergency equipment. He just came to visit Bohol and he came to know of Tarsier 17 and he liked our office, came to us and donated rescue equipment. So if you could notice, countries coming from Western Europe have also known of our Tarsier 17. In partnership with Home Reach Foundation led by Dr. Rami Kadag based in the US, this picture was the original office of Tarsier 17, just a small room with 23 employees. Tigong Bolanong Tibo Kalibutan, or the TBTK, again in partnership with Bolano groups in the US and Canada, regularly donates equipment and funding to Tarsier 117. In partnership with the Office of Civil Defense, led by Bolano retired General, now Administrator Ricardo Halad, again, strong partner in DRM with the Office of Civil Defense. New York Police Department came and donated horse tool. If I'm not mistaken, one horse tool is priced at 1 million pesos, and they donated 2 horse tools to our office. We had a partnership with Taiwan. We sent an employee to a training in Taiwan for 14 days. This was sponsored by the People's Republic of China Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Pacific Angels with US Marine Corps and US Navy, again in partnership with the Department of National Defense. They came and reconstructed our damaged school buildings. Again, one strong partner is the US government. We sent Mark to a training in Turkey. I think it took Mark 2 days to travel and reach Turkey for a bomb training exercise. And Mark was there for almost 14 days. Again, in partnership with JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency. We hosted the regional DRM workshop in Bohol, primarily sponsored by the Department of Foreign Affairs and United Nations based in Switzerland. 14 countries came and participated in this week-long activity. We had a training in San Francisco with the Department of Emergency Management with Dr. Glenn Dororitos. I think they were there for 1 week, and their learnings also in the US were transferred to our team in Tarsier. Mark again joined a training in Cebu sponsored by the British Embassy. So if you notice, we have a lot of partners coming in and sponsored our training, protective security and preparedness workshop led by our team leader of Tarsier 117. The Boho Horizon, in partnership with the Goya Institute of Technology and JICA, several LGUs are our partners led by Governor Chato. And this is our third batch of sending PGBH employees to this training. We sent several employees to a training in Kobe, Nagoya, Tohoku, and Hokkaido, Japan. So in a way, we can say that JICA really gives a slot to Bohol provincial government when it comes to trainings to Japan. World Bank also came. They have discussed with Governor Chato for sustainable tourism and disaster risk reduction and management. And I was there for 1 week in Tokyo and Kyoto, Japan. We have organized the BALGRIMO, or the Bohol Association of Local DRM Officers. Our president is former Miss Bohol, Miss Queenie Melody Fulante. So it's beauty and disaster management combined. The provincial government regularly sponsors the meeting, and in this one occasion, we had USEC Renato Solidum turning over updated hazard maps to the provincial government. So all hazard maps after the earthquake are now in the possession of our municipal DRM officers. And because of our strong partnership with FIBOX, after the earthquake, FIBOX decided to establish 2 more additional seismic stations in the province of Bohol. We only used to have 1 seismic station in Manga, Tagbilaran. Now we have 1 in Garcia Hernandez, and the other 1 is in Talibon. So whenever there is a tremor, we will be experiencing a tremor in Bohol, province-wide, we can now have data on the seismic. FIBOX Bohol has said that during the earthquake of Chile, no, layo naman ng Chile, but the tremor in Chile was recorded by our seismic station in Talibon and Garcia Hernandez. So that's a modern and up-to-date seismic station costing about 2.5 million each. We now have 3 in the province of Bohol. Governor Chato was recently awarded last year. A lot of us do not know this. Governor Chato sent me to Pag-asa during their anniversary. We received the Win Vein Award for outstanding activities with regards to disaster risk management. And the next slide will show you, because of our strong partnership, this is now the 100% completed Doppler radar in Albor. Gov, we will look for your time in your schedule for you to visit. Administrator Malano is coming on Monday, Gov, with South Koreans again to partner with us. They will be visiting river basins, 4 to 5 river basins in Bohol. And again, the Doppler radar costing about 100 million pesos. That's a 9-story building. We now have 1 in the province of Bohol. Next. Again, our Tarsier was awarded by the Liga ng mga Barangay Provincial Federation. Next. The recent award of the Business Initiative Directions in New York, led by PA and Sir Mark, because of our outstanding quality service given to our constituents. The bid award is a Madrid, Spain-based private company, and they have recognized our efforts in disaster management. For capacity development, this is our new command center. Next. We now have drones, Gov. If you notice, during the Kandabung Anda quarry incident, it took us about 3 or 4 days to recover the bodies. But with this acquisition of our drones, we now have 2 drones, and it will be easier for us. Even the Bureau of Fire and Protection can access our drones whenever there are major fire incidents in the city and throughout the province of Bohol. Our newly acquired ambulances, 4 of these new ambulances will be deployed. Next month, we'll be establishing our Tarsier 117 in Balilihan, and hopefully by first week of March, we will be opening our Tarsier 17 in Loon. So province-wide, we now have quick response teams led by the provincial government of Bohol. Our K9, as you came in, you notice our K9 team. We have invested a lot of this. We have 12 of these K9, highly bred dogs. Our breathing apparatus, our team leader is Flint. No? Flint is a master diver, ang iyang license na master diver. We have acquired a lot of our breathing apparatus, and they just had their WASAR training just recently. Our fire suits, we will coordinate this with the Bureau of Fire and Protection because there are still discussions whether our responders could get inside the fire scene By protocol, I think only Bureau of Fire personnel can get inside the fire scene. But again, with newly acquired fire suits for Tarsier, we will negotiate with the Bureau of Fire that our responders can get inside, partnering with the Bureau of Fire Protection. We have the text message alert system. This is a big investment. We have this just inside. We newly acquired this text message alert system. This is a very expensive equipment, and we're happy that with the support of our chairman, we have acquired this. Next. Our plan, Gov, is to purchase a mobile command center, hopefully. There have been discussions already on this, but the previous designs were too big. They cannot get inside our barangay roads. So we have to revise our papers. And this is just one example that hopefully by this year, before the end of the term of Governor Chato, as one of his legacy project, we will be procuring a mobile command center, EMC, Emergency Mobile Communications. So if you notice around the province of Bohol, next slide, this is Tagbilaran is our command's main headquarters. We have in Hagna, we have in Ubay, and soon we'll be establishing in Loon. And again, there are discussions to operate again another substation of Tarsier within Panglao Island. With the operation of the Bohol Panglao International Airport, CAAP has signified, they are telling us that whenever there is a disaster within the compounds of the Bohol Panglao International Airport, they will be tapping the services of Tarsier 17. So if that is the case, we might as well create or establish a new office of Tarsier within Panglao Island. We're still discussing with the LGUs whether to have this in Dawis or Panglao. This is one design of our substation for Tarsier. So this will be constructed in Loon. We have already discussions with Provincial Health Office that we will be occupying a space in the old Loon Hospital. So again, that's it, just a short overview of the programs with regards to disaster risk reduction and management. And we would like to assure everyone that PDRMO and Tarsier 17 will work its best to provide a disaster resilient province of Bohol. Thank you and good afternoon once again.
Thank you so much, Sir Anthony. So, sa report ni Sir Anthony, no, we can see that Tarsier 17 has come a long way. So, we started way back 2011 at the back of the governor's mansion in a very, very small office with just 22 personnel, with just one ambulance, with just a paper and a pen and one computer. So, mano-mano yun may magsuwat sa una. So, mo receive ta og call, suwat yun dayon sa papel. Unya, ang nakalisod at nga part, manawag si Boss A or si Gov, mingon siya nga, tagai ko report, pila ka buok ang bangga sa tulo ka buwan, mabuang kag pakli-pakli sa papel. But because of innovation, iningon pag yun nga, kanus na gamiton boss, karon na yun. So mabuang kag pangita sa statistics, kinay specific, but thanks to innovation, dali na kayo. We have innovated nga, kung mingon ka nga, pila na kabuok ang responses, there's an auto-generated reporting sa atuan ng system. And again, we started with, very, very small. Unyang atong mga gamit sa Tarsier 117 is, ang uban is kita radyo gahimo. But we are very grateful and thankful for the strong leadership of the provincial government of Bohol who has made this possible. So again, we started with in the very, very small office karon. We have expanded to different towns. We have expanded for the better service of the Boholana people. We started with Ubay and then Hagna and Carmen, and sa gipresent ni Sir Anthony, we will be launching another 3 substations. And the province of Bohol under the provincial government of Bohol will continue to serve the Boholano people nga makahatag yuta og quality service. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, would be the formal launching of the Community Response Volunteer Program. Now, to give an overview of this CRV, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Provincial Administrator Alfonso R. Del Malerio. A big round of applause, please.
Thank you, Darwin. Governor Edgar Chato, the Chairman of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, honored guests, our friends from the Taiwan Philippine Chamber of Commerce, led by Mr. David Wang, the consultant of the Governor on investments and promotions, our Provincial Director of the Bohol BPPO, Senior Superintendent Julius Cesar Gornes, department heads, members of the MEB, Board Member Abel de Valerio, members of the different agencies, national government and local government agencies, Tarsier 117 team, civic groups, non-government organizations, the different responders who are here, our friends from the media. Again, maayong hapon natong tanan. Community volunteerism is a key in peace and development in the province of Bohol. Bohol continues to soar high through its socio-economic development. Please allow me to share some economic indicators of the province to show the current progress and growth of Bohol across sectors. These indicators serve as our inspiration to work harder together in partnership and collaboration with all stakeholders to sustain our socio-economic development. The growth of tourism industry can definitely be seen with the increasing number of tourist arrivals in the province. In 2017, we already reached 1.1 million tourists, marking 13% increase from 2016 figures. The number of rooms posted an annual increase of 16% for the last 5 years, with a total of 502 accommodation facilities in 2017. This trend is expected to exponentially increase with the start of the operation of the new Bohol Panglao International Airport. On agriculture, Bohol accounts 72% of Region 7's palay production in 2017. The province posted increase in palay production by 48%, the highest percentage increase in the country. Our livestock inventory has consistently increased over the years. The Carabao, cattle, hogs, and goat, chicken inventory has also risen to correspondingly match the food requirements of the province as well as other provinces. And we sustained our agricultural production for food security through the implementation of various programs and projects under the agriculture sector. In Bohol, for large investments, a total of 7.3 billion has been poured in by investors for the last 4 years, particularly for accommodation facilities, enterprise, economic zone development, medical facilities, services, and agriculture. Through our economic drivers on tourism, agriculture, and ICT, the local economy has been growing an average of 9.1%, higher than the 6.7% national average, based on the reports of the Central Bank of the Philippines. The province ranked number 1 in Central Visayas and ranked number 12 in the entire country in the provincial level competitive index survey as undertaken by the Department of Trade and Industry. This shows the sustained improvement of Bohol's economic dynamism, infrastructure, resiliency, and government efficiency. We continue to strive to provide suitable business climate for our investors and give the necessary support to promote the province as an investment hub. Last year, the province of Bohol has been adjudged as the most business-friendly LGU by the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the award which was conferred by President Rodrigo Duterte. Essential to the development in maintaining peace and order and public safety through the close collaboration with law enforcement agencies and stakeholders, which has led to the consistent decrease in crime volume for the past 3 years and posting an average annual drop of reported crimes by 8%. Our provincial government has gained national recognition for our strong support and implementation of the community-based peace and development initiatives. Under our PDRMO, the operation of telephone and radio system integrated emergency response, or Tarsier 117, as a dependable emergency communication and response unit and part of our adoption of a stronger system, processes, and policies for disaster and emergency response management. Throughout the province, 4 Tarsier 117 substations are now serving the Boholano people in Tarsier 117 headquarters in Carmen, Ubay, and Hagna. I am proud to note that our Balilihan, Dawis, and Loon Tarsier 117 substation will soon be operational to reach more constituents. For the last 5 years, the number of response to emergencies in the province continues to soar high. This is a manifestation of the efficiency and the effectiveness of units' emergency response initiatives and delivery of services to our people. The PDRMC Command Center has become the fulcrum of its full operation in the province. We continue to strengthen and sustain our disaster risk reduction management initiatives through the upgrading and augmentation of equipment and facilities, consistent capacity building of for responders and communities. Current initiatives must be sustained. Government services and manpower must be augmented to be more effective in maintaining peace, development, and public safety. Thus, today, we launched the Community Response Volunteer. This is an initiative establishing a network of volunteers from all sectors of the society who shall become partners of maintaining peaceful and safe communities. The program promotes and encourages volunteerism among responsible members of the society. Under the CRV, the volunteers shall be provided with capacity building trainings for them to acquire the right skills to perform their volunteer work. Activities of the volunteers shall be supported and managed by PDRMO Tarsier 117. As part of the mandate of Tarsier 117, which is to protect the inhabitants from natural harmful effects of natural and man-made calamities, community volunteers will be involved in the respective delivery of humanitarian services to vulnerable people. The volunteers will play an essential role in the humanitarian service, especially in disaster response, when a huge number of manpower is needed. The CRB program's mission is to encourage non-profit and civil society organizations to effectively promote a culture of disaster awareness and risk reduction in order to build a safer Boholano community. Develop a cadre of trained and willing volunteers to aid Tarsier 117 emergency responders in the event of emergency and disaster. The program shall be launched and institutionalized through an executive order of the governor. Mechanisms shall be developed for the implementation of the program to ensure proper coordination among agencies and volunteers consistent with the province's comprehensive peace and order development trust under the Security Always for Everyone Safe Bohol framework. The CRV is open to all interested organizations, individuals who are fit and committed. Interested applicants are required to fill up registration forms and submit them to Tarsier 117 office. Official identification cards will be issued to affiliate the members of PDRMO as community response volunteers. Orientation on the basic function of volunteers in disaster management, trainings and first aid, and basic life support shall be provided. The Tarsier 117 has already become a public institution for public safety and emergency response. We wish to express our sincerest thanks to the provincial governor, Attorney Edgar M. Chato, and our provincial officials for allowing us to develop this concept to reality. Let me thank all the men and women behind the PDRM and Tarsier 117 for the hard work and determination. There are challenges ahead, but as long as we continue to work together, we will be able to sustain this program. Let me also take this opportunity to thank our partners, the law enforcement agencies, the local government units, and each and every one of us, and for their humble contribution to the success of these programs. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, and let us allow this program to be expanded to various communities in the province of Bohol. Thank you very much, and good afternoon. I shall show you some of the highlights of the activities and programs of Tarsier 117 through this audio presentation. Thank you.
The Telephone and Radio System Integrated Emergency Response, or Tarsier 117, was created under Executive Order Number 5, Series of 2010, and further institutionalized under the Provincial Ordinance Number 2013-006. It was But then, not all the disasters were able to test this organization. Some unfortunate events along the way happened during the devotion for service among the responders who were tested. First was the vehicular accident by our responders when they did their operations at Lobok during the Yolanda typhoon last December 2013. Second was another vehicular accident by the team during their emergency response to the MCI in Pilar, wherein they met, unfortunately, an accident. They were able to stand back and continue the duties and responsibilities, for they know that the lives of the people solely depend on them. After 8 years of continued and dedicated public service of Tarsier 117, its trailblazing program has crossed political
Dragonista de Bohol. This launching and institutionalizing of Community Response Volunteers Program, whereas Section 16 of the Local Government Code of 1991 mandates local government units to exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefore, in order to promote health and safety, maintain peace and order, and preserve the comfort and convenience of their inhabitants. The provincial government is committed in attaining a just, comprehensive, and enduring peace under the rule of law in accordance with constitutional processes, which the basic foundation for sustainable economic and human development for the province of Bohol and its people. The Province Comprehensive Peace and Order Development Trust under the Security Always for Everyone or Safe Bohol program was launched as an innovation to integrate the peace and order and emergency response initiatives in Bohol. Now, in order to sustain the Safe Bohol program, community participation through volunteerism from all sectors of society is essential in community response. Ladies and gentlemen, the Governor of the Province of Bohol, Governor Edgar M. Chaco.
Dagang salamat, Darwin, ang atong mapting ating paila. Mayong hapon ka natong tanan. Taga nato sa masipang pakpak ang atong Tarsier 117 and our Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office. Of course, unahon yun ako greet ang atong birthday boy karong adlaw. Ang atong Provincial Administrator, A. Damalerio. Pakpakan nato. Kuyog sa tanang mga sakop, all of the members of the Province of Bohol's Management Executive Board, our heads of the different agencies, of course, our PDRMO, Anthony, kuyog sab sa atong mga kauban sa Tarsier, Maynard, Mark, o ang atong mga partners sa nagkalain-lain nga mga ahensya sa pangagamanan. Let me acknowledge and recognize the newly installed Provincial Director of the Philippine National Police, Colonel Julius Cesar Gornes, tagas masipang pakpak. Kuyog sa iyang mga kauban nga kapulisan, nga niya dinhi. And let me also acknowledge Board Member Abel Damalerio, ang atong mga bisita sa mapanalitan sa kapitan sa barangay sa San Isidro nga perting lamia og smile karong hapuna kay nakakita siya sa iyang Tarsier vehicle nga station sa iyang barangay. And of course, let me inform everybody that the provincial government has very important visitors with us today. You know that our province has always been encouraging and nurturing the spirit of partnerships. And today, to the province of Bohol, our partners from the Taiwan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and this is led by David Wang, our consultant for investments in the province of Bohol. And of course, the delegation is headed also by the founder of the Taiwan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Philip Wang, who is also Consul General of Botswana. Let's give a big hand to the entire delegation. And the rest of our friends in the media and all those who are here present and also the coverage and our internet providers. Mayong hapon kanatong tanan. God has His very beautiful ways of doing things. Because in 2011, before the earthquake hit the province of Bohol in 2013, we designed a program through our Tarsier team to better prepare Bohol in case of emergencies. When the earthquake hit in 2013, together with Provincial Administrator Ada Malerio, we were not alone in the command center at the Governor's Mansion because the Tarsier team was already there operating and working. You can just imagine, we were all victims of that disaster. And it was difficult for our teams to travel from their respective places because it was a holiday, going to the Governor's Mansion to create the teams that will respond to the emergency. But as I've said, God had His own plans. We were able to respond with the Tarsier team there, housed at the Governor's Mansion's small Tarsier room. And the rest was history. When the teams from MMDA, from Albay, from the different mining institutions flew in so that they can help in the recovery efforts of the damaged buildings and churches, the Tarsier team easily assisted and partnered with these particular groups, so it was also facilitated to create a better response for the needs of our people in that emergency. And so today, we continue to celebrate every year achievements of the team that now has become a byword in Bohol's drive towards a peaceful community as well as a safe community for everyone, not only for our fellow Boholanos, but most of all, and of course included, are the visitors who have come to the province of Bohol. What is more significant today is, aside from the blessing of the new equipment that we have really invested, because in safety and security, it is important that we invest our resources where our mouth is. And so, our ambulances, our equipment for diving, our drones, and the several other equipment that the provincial government has invested on, together with the donations that were coming from very, very generous sponsors and partners, we are able to build up capacities. Capacities that are expected to grow as we expand also the quality of our services towards the different towns in the province. We are always looking at Bohol's inclusive growth. That is why there should be no single Boholano that is not provided with the services that they need. We have expanded from Tagbilaran to Ubay, to Hagna, to Carmen, and more will also be opened up so that accessibility to the services of the Tarsier team under the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office can also be facilitated. As I have said, Bohol continues to grow as we expand our economy, and as we grow and develop, the challenges will also be rising higher. But because of the committed officials as well as employees who are part of our disaster response teams, together with the different line agencies, both local and national, we are certain that we can make Bohol a model province as far as keeping safe all our people, tourists and visitors, and also be readily responsive in times of emergency. As of this point in time, let me thank everyone, because we have opened today and signed an executive order that will create and establish our Community Responder Volunteers, or the CRV. Peace and security, safety, and disaster response, all these are everybody's responsibility. It cannot be a responsibility of a few people to protect the interests, the lives, and the limbs of 1.3 million Boholanos. The only way to really achieve the goals of what we call Safe Bohol, which was launched in Inabanga in the presence of Secretary Ed Anyo, is to make sure that all of us will be involved. Let us take into our own hands the responsibility of keeping Bohol safe and keeping Bohol a place for families, tourists, businessmen to place their investments and feel safe at the same time. So today, we are celebrating and also thanking the Lord Almighty, all the players who have contributed their share in making this project a success, and we are also thanking all the volunteers who have joined us in our signing today of the executive order. Let me therefore take this opportunity to make a call to our fellow Boholanos, whether you are in the city, in the towns, in the barangays, or in the puros, whether you are in the schools, in the churches, or in the civic organizations. Let us be one. Be part of the strong program on community responder volunteers so that all of us can contribute and share in making a difference in the lives of our people. Before I close, let me thank the Taiwan Chamber of Commerce who are here present today, led by their officials, for inspiring us with their presence. Because we know that as Bohol continues to grow, the reasons why investors have started to come and have plowed their investment in the province of Bohol is also because they see Bohol has a strong potential for growth in investments and likewise the safe place that they can put in their resources. This afternoon, let me thank the Chamber because through their president and founder, Consul General Philip Chen, and of course David Wang, they just announced that today the Chamber is donating 100,000 pesos for our Tarsier team and the disaster response. Again, to our visitors, thank you very much. And to the entire team in the province who are collaborating with the provincial government, with our provincial administrator, Anthony, and the rest of the team, and our provincial director of the PNP, the Army, our partners in the different volunteer groups, let me say thank you to all of you. In shared leadership, everyone shares responsibility. But likewise, everyone shares the credit of a beautiful Bohol, of a peaceful Bohol, of a progressive Bohol. Daghang salamat, mayong hapon kaninyong tanan.
Thank you so much, Gov. So, sa gingon pa ni Gov nga, this is a collective effort na tong tanan. So again, we would like to thank our volunteers for being here since Bohol with a population of 1.3 Boholanos and with 1.1 tourist arrivals per year. So dili yun na kaya ni Tarsier 117 ra nga mo'y mo responde. So this is a shared responsibility. So kitang tanan magtinabangay for us to achieve a resilient Boholano community. We would change our culture para kitang tanan magtinabangay. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, would be the turnover of ambulance from the provincial government of Bohol to Barangay San Isidro of this city. Once again, I would like to call on Governor Edgar M. Chato, Provincial Administrator Alfonso R. Damalerio, PDRMO Anthony Damalerio, and of course, Sir Mark Gallia of Tarsier 117, and of course, Barangay Captain of San Isidro, Honorable Fausto Budlong, and council members to receive this ambulance.
neck is aching and my body's sore. Don't stop, honey. You know that I want more. She give me country all night long. She give me country all night long.
Do up a do up shoot, do be do up a do up a do up shoot, do be do up a do up a do up shoot, do be do up a do up a do up shoot, do be do up
I went on down to Leon's place. He had such a mean look on his face. I said, hey man, where
Hello, fellow Boholanos. I'm inviting all sectors to be part of the
Still lang.